Hello guys, welcome back. In last video we have seen how to create a key vault, and today we are going to discuss in detail about the key vaults. Basically we have seen how to create a key vault, right? After that, so how we can set up a design principles. These are the content we are going to learn. How to create secure resources and what are the firewall rules, uh, and the design principles and resource management access, and some information about the key vaults, access point, all these things. Okay, we'll go one by one. uh, First of all, what is key vault? If you have not watched my earlier video, you can just watch once again. So Azure Key Vault is basically securely storing your user ID passwords. Okay, so when to use, why to use, basically. So basically, you can store your user ID or credentials at the centralized location, so owners can communicate securely your key vaults, basically. Uh, so which are the resources basically we can use a key vault? If you see example like Data Lake Store, Azure Databricks, SQL Server, Warehouse, data factory, virtual machine, everywhere, almost all the resources you can use this keyword. So there is a naming standard. Basically, if you want to follow, you can follow naming standards. Maybe I'll make one separate video for how to make naming standards in Azure. Okay, let's see once again how we can create a keyword. If you log into the portal, then search for the keyword in the search box, and just click on the create, then give all the basic information like such as subscription, resource ID, and keyword name. This is the way we are giving the keyword name. So it contains all your reason and other important areas. I'll just cover that later part. In You can select the region where you want to create the keyword and the pricing standards, and here days to retain deleted keywords you can keep to 90 days. So you need to create a access policies, basically. So these are the access policies in the next tab. So select all the things like Azure virtual machines for development, and click on the access keyword policy, and click on next networking part. And here you can use a public or private endpoints. In this case, it should allow all the network or selected network, or it should not allow any network. It depends on the how you want to use. Right now I have selected a public endpoint, but only selected networks. Maybe you can connect through your VNet or the secure way of connecting. Okay, just click on the networking part, add a network, virtual network. Once you select the selected network, you can allow your VNet in that. So you can select the particular VNet, whichever VNet you are using in your company. And once you do that, you see the VNet is or subnet is added in that. And then click on the create part. So wait for some time, your keyword will be created. Suppose you want to allow some of the users. How do you allow? Basically, you can go to firewall rules. You can type your my IP address in Google. You get a Google your IP address. Then you can add it here. So you can list out your client IP. So then click on save. So this is the step. Basically, you go to networking and just add your ID and save it. Firewall and virtual networks within the keyword, so the particular client can access the keyword from their environment. Okay, so these are the things. Then coming to the we need to create the service principal. Access policy need to be created for every service principal or app uh, requires access to keyword. uh, you need to click on the access policies and select all these checkboxes and allow alt access policy and add the new access policy. Once you add that, you need to select the get end get end list basically and give the principal name SPN service principal name. Okay. Once you do that, go to next step and you see select the principal name here and click add. Once you do that, so it will be listed under the access policy, your service principal. So if you do that, in order to give access, in order to access or update the secret keyword, uh, create a Azure resource group required to update the secret keyword.